All right. So we're gonna use the same entry. All right. I'm gonna assume that when I get to his back, he's not just gonna let me take his back and murder him. Sometimes they do it. It's really nice of them, and then we thank them after they wake up. Right. But until that happens, we need to have plan B and plan C and plan oh shit. Right. So we're gonna go over plan B right now. Right. So I'm gonna put that foot out. I'm gonna reach, make space, tuck my hand, tuck my foot in, my lower body hand. Right? Grip, you can grab the armpit, D, don't really care. As he drives back in, I'm gonna let him go, push. Now, as soon as his hands hit the ground, my hand that was pulling on him switches to a push in his armpit. Right? Because if he can get his weight back and start squishing that butterfly hook, it's gonna make it a lot more difficult for me to deal with. Now we would go back to our butterfly series, right? But in this case, I don't wanna do that. I wanna get to my X guard. And sometimes he knees you in the face, and that's okay. You don't need your chin, right? But that makes it easier, and I can reverse foot lock him. It's really mean, right? So I get to his back, I kick out, I start trying to take his back. Now, as I start to look for those hooks, Gary's not going to wait for that, right? He's going to start escaping. So as I fall to the side, he's going to strip out. That's what I'm waiting for. That hand that's under his armpit here is going to shoot past his head, okay? I'm going to reverse my hips and flatten out. So I don't want to come with him in this case. I want to make space. So I take that other hand away and I punch my hand through. You see that? Come around towards my head if you can't see. Right? Now normally I wouldn't make this much space, but I want to let you guys see what I'm doing. So my far arm, because he's shrimping his hips out trying to face me, I'm going to let him. My head traps his arm, my other end shoots underneath. Okay, I'm trying to get my elbow to the ground. My hands are going to go palm to palm here. Right? Whatever hand is underneath his head is going to be palm down. The other hand comes in. I squeeze my elbow towards his body and I flatten my hips. Right? So my ear to his ear, elbows on the ground, hips to his hips. I'm going to curl. Last piece here. I'm going to curl my wrist to pull my arm tight. I don't want to drive my shoulder, which lifts my elbow, and then his carotid artery gets some blood, and I don't want to allow that to happen. Right? So I flatten him out, right? Dick to the ground, curl that wrist, and ear to ear. Okay? Cool? All right, back to half curve. If I can do that again and end up in the same spot, do that. All right? Take space, take toe, push, grip, I kick. Find some hooks, right? I find my over-under. Now, as he starts to shrimp out, great. I'm not going to fight him. I'm going to make space. Let him go to my belly, right? Hand under his head, elbow to the ground on the other side. Here, I don't want to try to turn, okay? This causes pressure, but it doesn't cut off the blood, right? I want to cut off the blood. Palm to palm, elbow tight, all right? Now, you'll find some other guys that like to drive in. That's okay, too, if you prefer that direction. Right? For me, I like to use my wrists. Cool? Questions?
Does it help to rotate away? Like to rotate so if you're facing that way, your body that way?
Not really. No. Because that makes space on the side of his neck. I want to be ear to ear, looking at the ground, and then if I have to, I start walking away. But my dick stays pointed down. If I have to. Now, the more I walk away, the easier it is for him to go the opposite direction. Right?
So you don't want to, right?
It's up to you. If it works, it's right. I wish I could give you a yes or no, but I've seen both ways work, both ways not work. Other questions?
What do you do with your wrist?
Here, right? I get my gable grip here, and I don't want my wrist flexed. No, that's not right. Loose. I want to flex them. So I'm using my wrist to pull my elbow towards my head as I try to get my ear to ear. Hips flat to the ground. Okay. Yeah. Other questions? 1, 2, 3.